Another month, another video. Talking about the best movies that came out in April. And you'll be happy to know that this month I did a lot better than last month. Don't laugh, I know there's only 3 movies on the screen right now. But that is 3 times better than last month because we saw Warfare, we saw Sinners, and we saw Death of a Unicorn. Warfare and Death of a Unicorn probably couldn't be any more different in movies, but I actually enjoyed all of them. Although no surprise, Sinners was the best one. Yeah. Trying to leave their troubled lives behind, twin brothers return to their hometown to start again, only to discover that an even greater evil is waiting to welcome them back. Thank you, Letterboxd. Last month, 2 Robert Pattinsons. This month, 2 Michael B. Jordans. I mean, horny people are in dreamland, really. Talking Sinners, I haven't got much bad things to say. A lot of people don't, although I will try. I do have maybe a few points I would knock off to say about Sinners, and I guess I'll get them out of the way now, and I think they are fair, valid points. I mean, one of them is not really a point. It's not really something to knock away from the film. It's just simply the genre. I suffer from being a pussy, so that's gonna hold the film back to a certain extent. But to be fair, that horny, the horror genre, in terms of like jump scares and stuff, after the first 10-15 minutes you'll be fine. Second of all, and follow me on this one, is it weird to say that even with Creed and Black Panther under his belt, I feel like Michael B. Jordan needed this, and not in a way that Tom Holland needs The Odyssey or Chris Evans needs The Materialist and whatever else gets thrown his way. Not in the way of those Marvel actors who really need a big hit, who are good actors, but just in a way that he is a huge star. But I, at this point, expect him to be a massive star, and kind of in the way how Glenn Powell has just kind of became that, you know, within a few years. I expect him to kind of be on that stratosphere, be seen as someone who is like a movie star, you know, in a Tom Cruise-ish kind of way. And I just feel like for whatever reason that hasn't prevailed. I feel like I've seen some of his films from afar and I've went, okay, this is a choice, and none of them have really been hitting. And I feel like this partnership he has with Ryan Coogler has, you know, flourished again, and he's really found the lane that suits him best. Now, Michael B. Jordan isn't doing anything in this film which is going to blow you away and make you go, I've never seen him in this light before. He's really playing into his hands, and he does a really good job, and he's playing 2, you know what I mean? But that kind of leads me on to my second point, which I know people won't agree with actually, which is I kind of wish there was more of a characterization between the 2 twins. I wish it was a little bit different. Now, I remember the names of Smoke and Stack. I still don't remember which one's which. I understand one wears red and one wears blue. I understand one is dressed like Tommy Shelby. It really is as simple as one's serious, one's a little bit more wisecracky. Like, I don't know, like a part of them being kind of similar and having that same swagger makes the movie cool. It fits into the aesthetic. It's just kind of awesome watching them strut their stuff. And then at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, they're adult twins, and I just feel like at this point they would be like clearly very different people. You know, I know I'm looking into this way too deeply, like it doesn't matter, but like, I don't know, the fact that I still can't massively tell which one's which and tell them apart when they're on screen at times and whilst watching the film, I feel like it's just down to the fact that they was different on a very surface level. And my final one would be, this film really did not want to end, did it? But with all of this to be said, you know, a whole long ramble of all the things I didn't like about this movie, I actually really liked it. So all that to say, those are very little things. It's obviously the best film that's came out so far this year, and that scene, yeah, we all know which scene I'm talking about, really brings the house down. Right, it's full of life, it feels fresh. When you're in the screen and hairs on your arms are standing up, the music's great, all the acting performances are phenomenal. Must I go on? Fine, I will. But even outside of all that style and all that fun that comes in the second half, I gotta say, I really loved and appreciated how slow the first half was. They're kind of just getting to walk around the environments and chill with the characters, and when he's going to go off and walk and do this little thing, and then we're going to cut back and these guys are just be having this conversation, then we're going to walk off and we're going to have this little interaction, and then we're going to go into the store and just talk to these people, and then we're going to go over here, and it was just nice. It was just nice, and I think that's because Ryan Coogler creates a very lived-in world that you can just immediately slide into and walk around with these people, and everyone's interesting, and everyone's got these crazy fun southern accents that I just really wish I would adopt and wake up with the next day. It didn't quite happen, but you know, I did wish. Moths, because there's so many films that think they've earned that when they really haven't, and you gotta have those really slow beginnings and just walk through the most turgid, slow, uninteresting worlds imaginable. Back onto the acting performances, would it be too far to say Michael B. Jordan best career performance? How many Michael B. Jordan films have you seen? Only Black Panther, and you're making that statement? Yeah, I'm making that statement. Haley Steinfeld, best career performance? I only really heard her be a voice actor in Spider-Verse, but I think I'll make that statement. Miles Caton, best career performance? So, this is his first one, which means it's his best one. Jack O'Connell as Remick, best career performance. I can't even lie. I haven't even seen Skins. I'm not even a real English person, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I mean, didn't you see that Irish jig? I mean, everyone in this is just really lived in. There's just so much charisma, you know, oozing out of every acting performance, oozing out of every single craft. You know, the lighting, the music's great. It's shot pretty well. What's there to not like? Yeah, all the things I said at the beginning. But apart from that, what's there to not like? Like, one of the things I have written down here, which I think is the truest statement, this film probably won't end up being my favorite film of the year, but it should be. Like, there's a very good real chance this will be the best film, the most entertaining film, the most original new creative story that comes out this year. It should be my favorite film of the year. Probably won't be. And you know why? It will probably be some franchise film. But what can I do? You know, at the very least, this film is very original. It's very refreshing, you know, for the most part as well. And it's going to be a film that inspires and spawns so many new original films in the future that take something from this film. They're inspired by shots in this film and story beats and elements from this film that take little things from this film. This will be a new flavor that's chucked into new future films, and I think that's pretty cool. On screen is my Letterboxd score and review of this movie, and may I be seeing you in May. The month of May I will be seeing you. See you in May.